This is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Tristan Wynn, coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas. And today I'm joined with Nick. Nick is a new patient here in the office, coming all the way down from California. He's in town for some business ventures, as well as getting his first chiropractic ring dinger adjustment. He's been adjusted out in California before. And Nick, how did you find us here at Advanced Chiropractic Relief?
You know, just big fan on YouTube and Instagram and all that, and been watching you for probably over 8 years now.
You're a little crack addict, huh?
You know, you can watch him and go down this rabbit hole watching him for like 30 minutes, and I've been guilty of it a few times. You know?
Hey, same here. That's how I found the practice as well. So Nick's coming on in here with some general thoracic spine stiffness, low back pain and stiffness, and neck pain and stiffness. He's been very fortunate. He doesn't have any radiating sensations, numbness or tingling. He doesn't really get headache sensations from anything, but these are all things that you just generally feel compressed, and that's something that you had mentioned during the history that we were going through, is that low back just feels compressed, and no chiropractic adjustment has really addressed that.
Exactly, yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm on a plane at least twice a week, and so, you know, like it's, you know, you get that just sitting, you know, compression.
Well, the ergonomics of those bucket seats don't help either.
Exactly.
They're all rounded forward, and you got people next to you, and you're kind of crammed in there with everybody like sardines in a can. So.
Exactly. I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get this memorialized with the video today. So, Nick, we're going to start with that posture first. Now, you close your eyes for me and bend the head forwards and backwards. And I asked Nick if he was a side sleeper and or a traveler, because we have right-sided side sleeping patterns here and or traveler positions, because he likes to lean off to the right side of his console. You can go back to neutral for me. There we go. So we've got forward translation forward head translation with right cervical translation. Got a little bit of even a head tilt now in the second analysis. And Shiloh, I'll have you scoot to the side for just a second for me. And then here in the video, you'll see now we've got right pelvic translation as well. So we've already gotten a mental note for that for Nick. You guys in the videos here can take a note of that as well, and we'll see what that looks like after the adjustments today. So Nick, I'm going to go face down here first on the BioPhysics table for me. Check. So you'll have to try and do your best after your very first ring here and describe that for all the crack addicts that are watching now, because like even myself, when I was just a YouTube watcher, I was always curious on what those sensations felt like and how are they going to be described by patients, and now you're going to get to feel it firsthand for yourself, my friend. All right. So in this position here, Nick is short on the right by about on the left, my other right, by about a half an inch, and as I bring these up, it now gets longer by that same distance. And Nick, this tightens up in that low back and pelvis, doesn't it? Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. So remember what that sensation feels like, and we'll check that again here in just a few minutes. So I'm gonna get started on his left sacroiliac joint. Then Nick, I'm gonna work my way across, then we'll go all the way up your entire spine as well. Okay? Biggest thing I want you to think about for the visit today is really just that breathing pattern. Nice deep breaths in through the nose and all the way out through the mouth. Sacrum. Nice big breath into that nose for me. And all the way out. One nice big breath all the way in for me. There we go. So next I'm going to go to L5 here. These will probably be a little bit tender at first. That's because they've never been adjusted like this, okay? They'll feel better once we get done with them today. Nice big breath into that nose for me. Last one. Good. So I'm gonna give you a second there because I know those are very, very intense, okay? So are you nervous at all coming in for your first ring dinger, or just excited for it?
I mean, I'm a little nervous, you know, like, yeah.
Don't worry, I was too. On my very first visit. That's how I actually started in here, was as a patient when I was 19 years old.
No, really?
Mm-hmm. I was 4 weeks away from back surgery, and Dr. Johnson got me moving and got me out of pain, and I was able to cancel that back surgery and get back to playing college sports like I was doing beforehand, and how I originally injured it. breath for me. One more big breath. All right. So next I'm gonna work through the thoracics here. And then after this, we'll do that leg check again. Big breath in that nose. Oh boy, yes sir. Take a big breath. All the way out. Yeah, keep letting all that air out for me. Another big one here. Yeah, let those shoulders just drop, drop, drop for me. There we go. Yes, sir. Got 2 more here. Can you manage them?
Yeah.
Let those shoulders fall, fall, fall to the ground for me. Nice. Actually got 1 extra here that we're gonna work on for an upper thoracic. This one makes it a little bit more comfortable for the rotatory portion of this adjustment here. Sometimes it's not as comfortable when I'm pushing on your upper thoracics and your throat's going into the table there. So maybe tilt the left ear to the left shoulder and let that right shoulder just kind of fall and drop for me. One more big breath. All the way out. Good. Better on that one. Another big breath. Let that left shoulder fall, fall, fall. Nice. All right, so now we're gonna go back through and do our leg check here, Nick. See what changes we made. Because not only do I want you to feel better getting up off the table, but I want to go through all these orthopedic and neurological tests with you as well. So he is now exactly even in this position. And Nick, they stay even. How does that feel in the low back and pelvis when I bring the legs up this time?
A lot better, actually.
Good. A lot smoother, huh?
Yeah.
Good. So next you're gonna feel your head popping up underneath you. And I'm gonna work on the posterior aspect of your cervical spine. That's how we're gonna get that normal lordotic curve back in there. Last one here. Big breath. Good. So next time I'll do a face up for me, Nick. A little deeper than what the videos make it look, huh?
For sure. I like that though. I like a
That's what you've been looking for, like we talked about in the history.
like
huh?
a deeper, more adjustments.
More intense, huh?
Yeah, it's better. Yeah, for sure.
So I'm gonna have you slide up about 3 inches for me. I want to get those shoulders over that thoracic piece there. Have you go arms up to the side like a big old T. So next I'm gonna work on the AC joints, the sternoclavicular joints, and all of the anterior ribs as well. Has any chiropractor ever adjusted your
No.
extremities before?
No,
Or has
no.
it just been spine related?
Not like that. Yeah.
Big breath. Oh yeah, let those arms just hang and relax. There we go. 2 more. Last one. And see, I don't even need the drop on that because you felt that movement in there, didn't you?
Yeah.
For that rib cage. Maybe slide up just a touch for me though. Make it more comfortable. Table's really specific on where it likes the center of mass for the drops here. Good. So next, Nick, I'll have you relax those hands onto your tummy for me. I'm gonna start by decompressing you from the ankle, knee, and hip on this one. You know you were coming to Houston just to get your leg pulled, did you?
Oh wow.
Nice. So you should have felt that all the way up into that hip and low back, did you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That leg go like a limp spaghetti noodle on this side for me. Nice big breath. Good. You're just falling right back into place, my friend.
Yeah.
You do a good job relaxing, which
That's
makes it easier on
wild,
my
yeah.
side. So I'm gonna help you up here next.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Swing around in this shadow here.
Hey.
So you sit right here. We got shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Then we'll go to the piece de resistance, the ring dinger. The one you really came down here to Houston for, huh?
That's right. Those are good though. I've never had all that stuff done to me.
Yeah. How does that compare to the typical chiropractic adjustments that you've had in the past?
Yeah, I'd say it's it's more thorough, you know? Might be the right word.
It's a little deeper.
Deeper, for sure. Yeah.
That's what a lot of patients report back to me, is that even like the thoracic adjustments and stuff that they've been getting at other offices, they don't feel nearly as intense or as deep as the ones in here.
Yeah.
Have you look up at the ceiling for this one for me? Yeah, just let that left shoulder kind of hang and fall. Yeah, one more. Nice big breath. There we go. I want to make sure and time it up with you there, because those muscles are kind of contracting against me. It's going to make the adjustment a lot less comfortable.
Yeah.
And again, I know it's still intense for that first time getting those adjusted like that.
It's interesting, you know?
Have you look up one more time?
Okay.
Let that right shoulder drop and hang there for me. I can tell you've been going to your typical chiropractors because you're really good at relaxing the thoracic spine and your back for all the adjustments. You're not so sure on how to relax these, and that's not on you. It's the nervous system. It's something foreign to it. It's never had these adjustments done. There we go. All right, switch with you, Michelle.
Yeah, feeling that leg one was interesting. The ankle and like the socket in the leg.
So you've been compressing, and even with wrestling and all those injuries that we were talking about earlier, this is the first time that your body's ever been decompressed. And that's one thing that not a lot of chiropractors address, is the y-axis on any specific joint, whether it be the hips and ankles and knees, the spine. Not many chiropractors focus on the y-axis of the 3 dimensions that we move in, the 3 planes of movement. Have you look up one more time for me? And let that left shoulder just hang and fall there. Nice. Last one. All right. So next, Nick, stand up here with me and we'll come to this table right here.
Deepest finger crack was that, my life, you know?
Different than when you do it.
Right, yeah, it's like, it's pulling, right, you know, and it's different, yeah.
And that's, I usually like to take that opportunity as well with patients, and I do it on videos every once in a while too, is that the chiropractic adjustment is not about the pop or the click that you hear. Because I can sit here and pop my joints and pop my toes and all kinds of stuff all day long, but by no means is that a chiropractic adjustment.
I did notice that a lot of the work you're doing over there around the chest and whatever, things weren't like popping, but you can feel a little movement.
Yeah, and
that makes sense.
And it feels like almost a natural type of movement, or something that really your body hasn't experienced a lot of that separation or traction even into those rib joints there, so it may have kind of lost the sensation of it being a normal motion at first.
Different,
yeah. That's why those can be very tender for some people that don't even realize that they have some of those things. Not that it was for you today, but those adjustments can be a little bit tender on people because they don't even realize how much those are kind of jammed up against the sternum intercostal joints.
It's definitely a more, I don't know, like deeper adjustment.
It's pretty difficult to explain.
Yeah.
That's why patients like to come in here and get it for themselves firsthand and experience those things like you are today. Now, it's a lot of the same things that I was thinking too when I was watching all the videos. Is you hear all these stories, you see all the reactions, but I wonder what that actually feels like. And we're getting ready to find out for you, Nick. So maybe slide down towards me a little bit further, about ½ inch more. Perfect, right there. So these pins are going to be very, very tight, but like we talked about earlier, this is that stabilization point, so when we're sliding up the table.
Yeah.
Nick has had a attempted Y-strap adjustment on it before, but he said he only got a small amount of movement in the neck, maybe into the upper back. He said the chiropractor didn't have him pinned down to a table, so as he went to make the adjustment, he just kind of slid up the table instead of actually getting the force into the 23 freely moving vertebrae of his spine. So maybe slide up just a touch for me. Yep, perfect right there. So I want that hip bone here kind of cushioned up underneath that pin right there. There we go.
Yeah.
So it's uncomfortable but not painful, huh?
Like a little sausage crammed in here. Yeah.
This is our Texas weight loss reduction program.
Yeah. Jeez.
Like a kolache.
Yeah.
There you go. Or klobasnik, the meat-filled version of a kolache. Yeah. I'm a German-Czech heritage, so I got to make sure and correct people when they say kolache wrong. So for this adjustment, Nick, we'll get back to your visit for the day. So I want you to keep those teeth together for me, and then we're going to work on that same deep breathing pattern in through the nose. And this time you'll let it all the way up through the nose as well, because I don't want that tongue to get between your teeth and bite it off. It wouldn't be fun for either of us today, huh?
Then you can't eat kolaches.
So one more nice deep breath for me, Nick. Good. Have you take one more big inhale. Good. And as you exhale on this one, let those shoulders just kind of drop and hang for me. Good. Move that left big toe, Nick. Good. Nice deep breaths. Man, you didn't yell nearly as loud as I thought you would on that one.
It's good. Deep.
Yes, sir. Nice deep breath for me. All the way out. So, Nick, you should have felt that all the way down to that low back and sacrum, did you?
Yeah, for sure. I felt it.
Perfect.
Big time in the upper and middle, and then like a deep one in the lower, which is kind of what I was looking for.
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Perfect.
Yeah.
And I can tell you from firsthand experience, not only as a patient on your side getting adjusted when I was 19, but now as a doc with clinical experience, I'll get those words out eventually. But all of my patients actually report that the first adjustment is very intense, but the second and third get deeper and deeper, and you actually feel more of the full all the way down.
Yeah.
Because we've already started to break loose some of that concrete. As an analogy there. Nice big breath. All the way out. Good. One more here. Big breath. All the way out. Okay, let that left ear just kind of drop and hang for me. There we go. A little better. Big breath into that nose. All the way out. Good. Had to catch you off guard on that one.
Yeah.
So Nick, welcome to Advanced Chiropractic Relief, my friend.
Thank you. It's awesome. Enjoyed that.
Gonna be a little spoiled after coming here today.
Yeah, I'll come back for sure. Come here once a quarter. I'll do it again.
Absolutely. Well, anytime you're down here in Houston, you're more than welcome to come get that
Thank you.
tune-up ring or adjustment. So if
Thank
you come
you.
back over here, just don't worry, I'm not done with you yet.
All right.
You're still in Houston, so I gotta shoot you. Got that one, huh?
Yep.
So for this next one, I'm gonna have you close those eyes one more time, and like we did to start the visit, just go forwards and backwards for me. Good. All the way back as far as you can. Good. Much better range of motion already. Should feel a little bit smoother, but what we're gonna do here with the Arthur stem gun is gonna help even more. So if you flex all the way forward as far as you can. So if you're sore after the adjustment today, Nick, which again, I would expect you to feel some of that soreness with this being a deeper and more intense adjustment that you had since you've had in the past. I want you to take crushed ice in a freezer baggie and put that directly on the skin for 20 minutes, wherever you feel some of that soreness, whether it's the neck, the mid-back, low back, the hips, any of those different spots.
Okay.
And then what I'm gonna show you here next is the homework that I wanna send you back with, because even like myself, when I was flying back and forth from Iowa for school and everything, I would do these exercises right there in the terminal waiting between flights, because you gotta keep that body moving, like we talked about earlier. You've been feeling better over the last few months because of that increase in movement, and now after kickstarting you in that right direction with all the adjustments today, this is what I want you to keep up with, specifically for what we're working with here in the office, okay? So 3 positions. Number 1, it's gonna be shoulders up and back all the way. I can't go as far back here because of the door today. But then number 2, we're gonna take the chin and go straight backwards. Good. Now I want you to extend as far back as you can. Now squeeze, squeeze, squeeze those shoulders together. Good. Then relax it all for me. And then one last time, just with the head alone, whether you go forwards and backwards. And this should be the smoothest of them all, but you tell me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I put some WD-40 in there, huh?
Yeah. Good. It's good.
So Nick, you're traveling all the way down here from California. You got your very first ring dinger today. How would you put into words your experience here, from the history to the exam to the adjustments, any of those things today?
Oh, that was excellent. It was thorough. It was helpful. I feel better. I definitely do it again. I wish I would have done it earlier. And it looks scary, but it's not. It's good. You know, it's intense, but it's not bad. You know, it's good.
That history and exam that we did on you earlier too. Did any other chiropractor ever sat you down and gone through questions like that, or done tests?
Yeah,
on you?
not that thorough.
Not that
There's
thorough.
definitely the most thorough
Where you hurt and
adjustment. I mean,
see.
I could have experience that I've had. I mean, it's been an hour almost. So yeah, it's
Cool.
it's awesome. Yeah.
Nick, thank you so much for sharing your experience here at the Crack Addicts. Like I said, you're more than welcome back here in Houston anytime, my friend.
Thank you, doctor. Appreciate
Absolutely. So this is your Houston chiropractor, Dr.
Yeah.
Tristan Witt, coming to you from Houston, Texas, with Nick coming all the way down from California, and we'll see you guys soon.